Manchester United fans, what if I told you the club is already preparing a major midfield revolution for next season? A new name is gaining serious momentum in Europe, and according to credible reports from Italy, this player already has his heart set on Old Trafford. His name is Manu Kone, and this transfer could quietly change everything for United's midfield. Intro, setting the context. Over the last few transfer windows, Manchester United have been heavily focused on strengthening their attack. Big names, more firepower, more goals. But now, the spotlight is shifting, because behind the scenes, a much bigger issue is becoming impossible to ignore: the midfield. And that's exactly where Manu Kone enters the conversation. Who is Manu Kone? Manu Kone is a 24-year-old French international currently playing for AS Roma after joining the Italian club from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Since arriving in Serie A, Kone hasn't just adapted, he has thrived. This season, he ranks 10th in Serie A for pass completion, 4th for progressive passes, 8th for fouls drawn. These aren't flashy stats made for highlight reels. These are elite midfielder numbers, the kind that managers obsess over. Why this rumor is serious? Now here is where things get interesting. Italian journalist Francesca Teodori, speaking on ASR Live's Twitch channel, described the links as a fairly credible rumor. She claims multiple sources have told her that Kone is expected to leave Roma in June and join Manchester United. Her exact words were clear. "It's not news, but it's a fairly credible rumor. I've been told by multiple sources that he'll leave Roma in June and join Manchester United." This isn't social media speculation. This is a journalist with direct connections inside Italian football. Why United need him? Midfield crisis. To understand why United are so interested, you need to look at the current midfield situation. Casemiro is approaching his mid-30s, and his physical decline is becoming more noticeable every season. Manuel Ugarte hasn't had the impact many expected, and Kabi Mainoo's future remains uncertain amid contract and development questions. Simply put, Manchester United need new energy, new legs, and new versatility in midfield. Amorim's vision. Ruben Amorim is reportedly planning a midfield overhaul. He wants players who are tactically intelligent, physically aggressive, technically clean, and capable of playing multiple roles. Manu Kone fits that profile perfectly. Although he prefers operating as a central midfielder, Kone is just as effective breaking up play defensively, carrying the ball forward, and supporting attacks when needed. He's not just a destroyer, he's a connector. Why Kone makes sense tactically. Kone's biggest strength is balance. He doesn't slow the game down, he controls the tempo. At Roma, he's shown excellent positional awareness, confidence under pressure, and the ability to progress the ball through tight spaces. In a Premier League environment where intensity is relentless, that skill set becomes priceless. The player's mindset. According to Teodori, the most important detail is this: Manu Kone wants the move. She believes the French international is very keen on joining Manchester United and sees Old Trafford as his next step. Even though there has been some speculation about Joshua Zirkzee being involved in a potential deal, Teodori made it clear the core of the story is Kone's desire. His heart is already set on England. Why Roma could sell. From Roma's perspective, the timing makes sense. Kone's value is high, he's in peak age, and Serie A clubs are often willing to sell if the right offer arrives. For United, this could be the perfect opportunity to secure one of the most consistent midfielders in Italy before his price explodes. What this means for United. If this transfer goes through, it sends a clear message. Manchester United are no longer just chasing star names, they're building structure. Kone wouldn't arrive as a headline superstar, he would arrive as a system player. And historically, those are the signings that transform teams quietly but permanently. Final thoughts. So the question isn't if Manchester United need Manu Kone. The question is whether they can finalize the deal before other European giants step in. with credible sources pointing to a June move and the player himself eager for Old Trafford. This is a story every United fan should be watching closely, because sometimes the most important signings are the ones that don't make the loudest noise. Outro, call to action. What do you think? Would Manu Kone be the right signing for Manchester United's midfield rebuild? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you enjoy United transfer updates, and subscribe for more breaking football news.